Hello everyone, hope you all had a good Christmas. Mine was okay, but there was one thing on my mind, that giant eyesore behind me. It's an Iron X04 iron farm, and it's the absolute best iron farm designed for early game. And if you want to build one yourself, then I will put a link to his video in the description. However, it does have two flaws. It's kind of ugly, and it's not automatic. I have to physically come and collect the iron out of it with my own hands, like an absolute peasant. So we're going to change that. We're going to make it automatic, and we're also going to decorate it to make it look like a proper iron mine. So I've cleared out all the mangrove trees that were left over from when we were farming mangrove wood, and now I'm just going to dig a giant hole. So the hole has been dug, and now I'm just going to connect a hopper line from the iron farm to the hole, and then afterwards I'm going to build a system which will collect the iron from the hole and transport it to the automatic storage system for storage. Now I just have to replace this chest with a hopper, and then all the iron should go straight to the pit. I'm calling it the pit from now on because saying hole over and over again is making me uncomfortable. We do have another slight issue. Since iron golems do drop poppies, we will have poppies getting into the system and maybe even making it all the way to our automatic storage system. So we will have to figure out a workaround for that at some point. So let's just do a quick test to make sure everything's working fine. Looks like we're all good. The iron made it to this hopper. So I've built up a railway system that takes the iron to storage. This right here is a loading system for the minecart. And now I'm just going to do a test to make sure it works. Yep, so the iron is being loaded into the cart. And off the minecart goes. And a short while later, it returns. Now I'm going to build a crane right where the wood is up there. And I want it to look like iron ore is being hoisted out of this pit. So I did build a crane a while ago on a steampunk build that I posted on Reddit. So I think I'm just going to copy that design. If I do have any pictures of it still, then I will put one up on screen now. I'm now building the cogs for the crane. They do look quite complex, but they're actually really simple to build. All you need to do is place some blocks down in a rough hexagon shape. Then you just place some stairs in different orientations on the blocks, and you end up with a really nice cog design. So the cog is finished now, and I'm just going to build another one, leaving a 1 block gap in between them, and then I'm going to actually build the main crane structure between them. So the crane is finished. I'm unsure about the deep slate on the cogs. I think it may need a little bit more contrast, so maybe I'll switch those for something like black stone or maybe andesite, so it's a lot darker or a lot lighter, just to give it more contrast so it stands out a little bit more. Apart from that though, I think it is a really good aesthetic addition to the exterior of our base. Next on the agenda, I'm going to dig down a little bit further inside the pit, and then I'm going to make it look like it's actually an iron mine as opposed to just some random pit in the ground. So I'm going to stick a bunch of iron ore around. I'm going to texture it up a little bit with different blocks like cobblestone. And here's the finished result. So like I said, I've placed a bunch of iron ore around. I've used both stone iron ore and deep slate iron ore. I've put a bunch of cobblestone around. I've placed some stairs to texture it up a little bit in terms of depth. I've placed some buttons to look like loose stones. And on the surface, I've made a lot of path blocks and placed some coarse dirt to make the area look more trampled. And I'm kind of happy with the result. I wouldn't say I'm completely happy with it. I think it's still missing something, but I'll probably just keep adding to it as time goes on. And I've also built a little area up there, so I'll just show you it a little bit more now. So I'm just going to climb this tree and then we should be able to get a decent view. So that is supposed to be where the crane places the ore that's been hoisted out of the pit before it's then taken inside to the fortress through that little tunnel. So the reason I built this is because the crane wouldn't really make much sense if there wasn't something there. I mean, it would just be hoisting ore in the air for no reason because there's nowhere to actually deliver it to. So it just makes the whole place a lot more cohesive. Now I'm going to return to the issue of filtering the poppies out of the system before they make it to the automatic storage. And that turned out to be way easier than I thought it would be. So all I really needed to do was just add a singular item filter. So these are the same ones that we used in our automatic storage system and in our redstone skeleton farm. And we're also filtering all the poppies into a composter. So this farm is also a bone meal farm on the side. So you can see in action there. You can see the poppies being composted. And we have some uninvited guests. So for anyone who doesn't know this, an easy way to get rid of a group of pillagers without getting the bad omen effect is just to stand in front of the pillager captain, and then the rest of the pillagers will try and shoot you and hit him by accident, and if they kill him you will not get the effect and you'll be safe to enter a village. And the final step is just to cover the actual iron farm itself. So originally I was going to put a huge rock or some other kind of natural structure over it, but I thought it would be a lot easier to just put an abandoned building over it instead. I mean, I did plan on putting a few abandoned houses and stuff scattered across the landscape. So I'm just building up the base of that now. So here it is, nothing crazy. Again, this might not be the final design. I might mess with it a little bit more as time goes on. I've made sure that there are no spawnable blocks on the roofs, so we shouldn't have the issue of iron golems spawning outside the farm and stopping the farm from working. And that's pretty much going to wrap us up for today. If you enjoyed the vid, please consider liking, subscribing and commenting. I hope you have a happy new year and a wonderful day.